Hey yo, here comes the danger up in this club. When we get started, man, we ain't gon' stop. We gon' turn it out till it gets too hot. Everybody sing, hey yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call. Everybody sing, hey yo. Tell them turn it out till they can't no more. Let's get this thing shaking like a disco ball. This is your last one and a courtesy call.
Hey, what's up, y'all? I'm back with another part to what if Naruto was in Black Lagoon. So, yeah, I've been busy here and there with school and stuff, and also me having too much fun making AMVs, but that's besides the point. I decided to just had a feel for a what if, and yeah, I've just been struggling with storylines here and there, so yeah, so don't get mad at me when something takes a bit longer, especially since I would really like to think about how I want certain things to go in a certain way, rather than just me sticking to the canon story. So, yeah. So, anyway, let me stop talking. Let me just get on to the juicy what if action. So, this is going to take place after, they get through finishing the guys off with the pilots. Naruto, he met Alaleka, and so yeah, this will take place in episode 2 of Black Lagoon. If you haven't seen Black Lagoon, then I recommend you watch it. If you're someone who enjoys Cowboy Bebop, you're probably going to enjoy Black Lagoon. So yeah, attention assheads on the board of the St. John's. You are currently under siege by the Black Lagoon Trading Company. You have something we require. Our demands are simple. Turn off your engines and turn down your ladders. Fail to comply within 3 minutes will result in your whole ship getting blown the fuck up by my friend with an RPG. You have been warned. She has an itchy trigger finger. Your 3 minutes start now. Finished Naruto as he lowered the microphone and took a seat next to Revy. So, how did I do? You were good. You sure you were a pirate and not a ninja? I can tell you make one hell of a ninja and a pirate. Maybe a ninja pirate. And and Revy just keep on going with her bad wordplay of trying to combine both the ninja word and the pirate word together, trying to create a new word, but it's not working. Naruto checked his watch and started to count down from 5. Well, Dutch, have they complied? Naruto asked after counting 1. Nope. Let Revy take a shot, said Dutch through his Bluetooth. Gotcha. Dutch said you can shoot now. About damn time. Revy smirked and took her shot. The grenade hit the hut of the ship, and all the men aboard were panicking. Till Revy's voice came from the megaphone. Alright, assholes. My rockets can move faster than your ship. And if you think sending a distress signal will be out here a lot faster than you can respond. So, stop your engines or else. Revy, she turned off her microphone and waited. Naruto grabbed a pair of binoculars, and he handed the binoculars to Revy and said, "Little white flag." And true to his words, there were a little white flag hanging from the rope just of the port of the boat. After taking their loot, the Lagoon returned to their city of thieves, murderers, and cons. It was home now. Not that Naruto was complaining. He felt a change like this would be good for him. Only problem was there was nothing to do. Absolutely nothing. That was until Naruto talked to Alaleka and asked if there was anything she needed. She told him that some people at the hotel Moxica? Moscow? I'll have the word in the like down below because I can't speak right now. But just know it's a hotel. Moscow? Whatever. And asked if there was anything she needed. And they had some bounties they needed taken care of, and Naruto decided, what the hell? What the worst that could happen? So soon after killing a bunch of people, Naruto had a reputation. He was like the Grim Reaper, killing anyone who done wrong and had a sizable bounty on his head. Now, Naruto liked having a lot of money. Who doesn't? But he wasn't getting greedy about it. He shared some of his money with the Lagoon under the Allies, not a regular Yuto. I think that's how you say it. And that's what brings us to this situation. Naruto was about to take his last bounty when his cell phone went off. He got one from Balaleka after, he started doing some bounties. Easier for the Lagoon to stay in touch. So, alerting his target of the location acting quickly, Naruto went in for the kill with a heavy sigh, and Naruto answered, "This better be good. You almost cost me a bounty, Dutch. Sorry, Fox, but we got a new delivery to make. Revy's screaming at me to tell you to wear the shirt she bought you," said Dutch with his, usual calm, cool, collected self. And, well, tell her she can kiss my fine ass. Naruto hung up the phone. And Naruto, he sunshine and teleported a few blocks from the HQ. He saw a guy get into the car, and he picked up the pace and jumped on the roof, peeked down, and said, "Yo," scaring the shit out of the people. Don't do that. Next time, a bullet is going through your head." To prove her point, Revy pulled out her guns and pointed at Naruto's head. "Oh, Revy, you couldn't shoot me if you wanted to," said Naruto as he jumped through the window and landed in the seat. "So, what's the job?" "Simple pickup job. We'll tell you once you get on the ship," Dutch told Naruto. Naruto nodded and he was ready for a little nap. That was until Revy poked him and asked, "Hey Fox, where's that Hawaiian shirt I bought for you?" "You mean that incredibly ugly one? I want to be caught dead in that thing. Wearing that should be some sort of punishment," said Naruto. "What's that supposed to mean? You saying I have no taste?" said Revy as she pointed her gun at Naruto again. Naruto let out a loud sigh and kept his mouth shut and looked out through the window. So he decided it'd be a good idea to catch up on some sleep. So after 30 minutes, the car came to a stop. They got onto the boat and Naruto got out his headphones and started listening to some music. Everything seemed to be going alright when his dojutsu, which is named Joe Hogan. I'm gonna have it here for the guy who had it. So yeah. So basically his dojutsu was alerting him of the ongoing threat. He opened his eyes and suddenly ran for the deck, and Revy and Dutch looked at him weird. They followed him only to see seven speedboats coming towards them, fast. They looked at Naruto, who had a fox grin on his face, and had two of his swords drawn. "I still don't believe that he can call those things just by touching his sides," said Revy. "Revy, I think these asshats need to be taught a bit of a lesson, don't you think?" Revy then got a smile on her face. "Want to do a little bet again? Whoever gets to the boat in the back wins," asked Revy as she drew out her guns. "You must really like buying me drinks, Revy," said Naruto as he turned his head to her. He had his, usual fox grin on, and she had her own grin going. So yeah, they both looked at each other, no muttering words, and they, cracked some music and got to work. So yeah, Revy, she jumped towards the first boat on the right, grabbed a grenade launcher in one hand and the Uzi in the other, and she started tearing through those people. Just start killing left and right. And she finished the first ship with 9 kills. And then she jumped to the next boat and started tearing up their shit up. And fired a grenade in the boat across the way, but there was no boom. So after killing another 12 guys, she made her way to the third boat. And after killing 4 guys, she thought her Uzi overboard. Well, she threw it overboard and she heard the explosion of the grenade. So she pulled out her blades and swords, and pretty much she was pretty much how can I say this? Uh, she was basically having both of her knives and her guns in her hand at the same time. So she's pretty much like stabbing but shooting at the same time. So yeah. So she killed 10 more people on the third boat and made her way to the back of the ship and saw Naruto wasn't there. And what a quivering chin was. And she waited a few seconds and heard the sound of feet hitting metal. And she looked over and saw Naruto covered in blood. And damn, if it wasn't, let's just say that boy went from a blonde head to a redhead. So yeah. So he looks up and sees Revy pointing her guns at some random dude as he yelled "fuck" as he put his swords away and stomped off in a huff. I got myself a few free drinks and I got to kill Ching, all in a good day. Little does she know that she's about to go to shit. So, perspective of Naruto now before Revy won. So, he jumped down from the first boat on the left and draw both of his swords and just started cutting up people. And so, after like 12 people he got through cutting down, he rushed to the front of the boat and jumped onto the next one, killing 5 more people. And he heard Revy throw a grenade towards the boat he was currently on. Without thinking, he turned towards the grenade, used one of his swords to place to rest his arm, and kicked the grenade under the detonation point and have it sail off in the air towards the third boat on his left. After killing another 10 people on the boat, he jumped high in the air and met a grenade in the sky, and he kicked the grenade on the bottom, the part that didn't explode, and have it launched towards the third boat. Once it hit his mark, it let out a loud ass explosion. And so yeah, Naruto just kept pretty much went on a cutting spree with his katanas. So yeah. So after Revy unloaded a bullet on Ching's head, even though he was already trying to talk her out of it, we head back to the boat. And they both turned to Dutch. So Dutch, why didn't you tell us we were ready? You were already waiting here for us? And Dutch smirked. Never could get anything past those 2 eyes, huh? He put the boat on cruise and let it run for a smooth, let's say, a very smooth 50. And he brings them to the table in the bridge and brings out a map pointing towards a certain location. We've been hired to get to a sunken ship that's a painting that was supposed to be transported to the Hitler family back in World War II. Never got there because of the French bomb boats got them with the death charges when Germans submerged it. We find it, get it, and we give it to the client. Simple pickup job. Naruto nodded. Dutch decided that Naruto and Revy would be the ones to get the painting Hey Fox, I have something to ask you something. Said Revy. What's on your mind, Revy? Asked Naruto. Due to our little challenge, I fired a grenade on the boat you were on, but I didn't hear the explosion until later. What the hell happened? Oh, well, looks like we were connected. It's this weird thing that happens to me whenever I travel across dimensions. He still thinks I fall for that crap? Revy thought. Anyway, I get close to someone and I start to think alike. Or we start to think alike. Kind of get into each other's head and know what the other is thinking. Like when you shot that grenade. I knew where you were going to shoot it, so I kicked it and used it for later. Pretty cool, huh? Naruto finished. Yeah. Get ready. We're over the target, said Revy as she double-checked her water rifle, a gun that could be fired underwater, and gave one to Naruto. So Naruto could tell her she didn't believe him. He shook his head, so as long as she didn't call him out on it, they'll be fine. So, yeah, deep underwater, Naruto and Revy saw the ship and approached. The door was easy for Naruto to open, and once they entered, they came to a door that was only half submerged in water. Opening the door, revealing the lifeless corpses of ex-Nazi soldiers. And so Naruto and Revy decided to divide and conquer and finish and try to find that painting a bit quicker. So Naruto opened one of the doors and saw the painting in the firm grasp of a skeleton. He went to grab it and started talking to no one in particular. And so, yeah, Naruto was pretty much just talking to himself. And Naruto yelled, Revy, I found the painting. And so, yeah, after 5 minutes later, Revy came back with a bag. What's in the bag? Silver medals, was her simple answer. Are you saying you are robbing from corpses? Asked Naruto as he was always sensitive about people defying the dead, even, after since Orochimaru made him fight his father during the Chunin exams. They would have paid to get that painting. So I figured why not get some extra money on the side. Revy gave her usual grin. And Revy, these people used to be living beings. How would you feel like if someone came up to your dead body and just took your swords? Asked Naruto a bit, bitterly. And Revy gave him a dead look, and she let out a heavy sigh. And she said this in a monotone voice. Look, Naruto, let me explain to you how the world works. There are two forces that run this world, money and power. One is more powerful than the other, and that is money. These people are dead. They do not care if you steal from them. Listen, Revy, normally I'm all about getting rich, but those medals are valuable to those people. And again, I'll bring it up. How'd you feel like if someone took your blades, sold them to some random person, huh? Naruto retorted. Whatever, we're taking too long. Just drop this and she couldn't finish as the boat got rocked by explosions. What the fuck's going on out there? Naruto was saying. I got the painting. Well, let's go. You don't have to tell me twice. Naruto put the painting in the waterproof bag, and they both booked it for the exit. More explosions went off, and Revy was losing grip on her loot, and she tried to grab it, but Naruto grabbed her fist and swam away, only to be at gunpoint by a bunch of Germans. Fuck was the only word that came into their mind, but before thinking, they dived back into the water, followed quickly by Revy. And, he turned around to see some neo-Nazis coming after him, and he aimed his water rifle at some of the Nazis that followed them under. Naruto and Revy were beating the shit out of him, but suddenly a cannonball came whizzing by his head. Realizing he was outgunned, he decided to surrender. With this painting, the next ages of Aaron believers will have something to look at when we continue. What the fuck is even this? What am I even talking about? Naruto was saying to himself. So, yeah. Ugh, this was a shitty mission. So, meanwhile, back into the lagoon, Revi was even more pissed that she lost the painting and had to retreat. Please tell me we're not just gonna let them go, she said, still pissed. Of course we're going after it. We got to get paid, don't we? Came the voice of Dutch. You know, Dutch and Revi were the ones to go out for the painting, and Naruto and Benny were told to stay behind and keep the engine running. So, yeah. Naruto uses his eyes to see what was going on with the two on the ship, and he saw Dutch and Revi having a small argument, and he saw that neither of them noticed the Nazi sneaking up on them. So Naruto rushed towards the deck, pulled out a sniper rifle, and without looking through the scope, fired off the shot, nailing the Nazi right in the head, scaring the shit out of both Revi and Dutch. So, you know, Naruto continued to take shots at the Nazi and made Revi and Dutch look around and figure out what was going on. Then Revi heard in her head, "Keep moving, I'll cover you." Revi didn't question, she didn't care. She and Dutch made their way towards the captain, and, you know, Naruto went back to the hold and waited for the two to return. You know, Benny walked up to Naruto and said, how did you shoot all those guys? You didn't even look down the scope." "I don't have to. My eyes tell me where to fire, and I always hit my mark. Think of my eyes as a scope always have on," said Naruto as he took a huff from his cigar. So, half an hour later, after Revi and Dutch returned from the ship, Revi looked at Naruto and he looked at her. They said nothing and went on their separate ways and waited until they hit dry land. And so, yeah, I think I'm going to end it right there. Tell me what you guys think. Leave a like, comment down below, subscribe. And so, yeah, I think I have a new milestone in my head. I guess 2K. And so, with that being said, I'm out. Peace.
Shit, I'm back and I'm better than ever. I be dripping no matter the weather. Need more green in my salad, I'm extra. Bunch of hoes in this house like you Hefner. Bunch of gold in my mouth and shit pressure. And I swear I won't fold under pressure. And I'm 10 toes the maximum effort. And I keep me a stick of Beretta. And I got me a bitch like a Retta. Yeah, you got shots, but my shot it better. With my bro Nick and his cannon special.